morning, everyone. I just finished up my hair. Don't want to look too good or not good enough for you folks. Just want to look right, you know? Oh, I'm going to need some water too. I'm going to need some water. I didn't bring water yet. So I'm going to get that. Do you mind? I'll be right back, okay? Hopefully you won't miss me too much. All right, folks. Welcome to the stream. Oh, the camera's also wrong. Wasn't just for some reason my brain thought that if I took it this frame higher, my camera would also rise. That's not how it works. Oof, it's bright. It's bright. Let's get the machine started so we can spare our eyes of all this brightness. How's everyone today? Myself, I'm good. Could have slept a little bit more. I had some things yesterday evening. Dinner, and so finished a bit late. But okay, cool story, bro. Now we took some notes on what we learned yesterday. Yesterday was amazing. Yesterday, wow, we learned so much. So just to give you an overview of the last Bandits, just because it's funny. This is on, yeah, you hear me. The last Bandit was amazing. So you had to it was running a program, and I'm gonna show you the program. It was running this program, and we were able to understand what it means. And basically, what it means is that every minute, it would run all the things in the folder, and if Bandit 23 were gonna do it, if Bandit were 23 were gonna do it, it was gonna execute it. So we had to create a file that would write on another file the password, and then we had to write the command for Bandit 24 to go and fetch the password, its own password, and then print it out into our folder. So pretty wild. And then yeah, we had to make sure that permissions were set correctly and everything. It took us like a good hour, 20 minutes, maybe more. And we became much smarter thanks to it. Yeah, and the previous one was also amazing. Just thinking, yesterday we had a really cool session. We had to do some things around sorting, background, and stuff like this. That was a little bit boring, but things we have to do. Then the previous one, I forgot what we did. Oh yeah, it was a cipher. It was just it was a hash thing. And it was around hashing. It wasn't too hard. This one was a real brain tweezer, and it was really fun. Brain, not tweezer, twister. So cool. We're here. We have our webcam. NVIDIA broadcast is here, making sure that you don't hear my computer going bananas, blowing away all that hot air. So yeah, look, we're good. I don't know if is this still gonna work? Yeah, okay, it's disconnected. Makes sense. So let's go back to this. Reboot. We'll put this on the other side. Just because I know my face is on there. Makes it easier for you folks to see. Oh, shoot, right. The screen is still not the right size. I always say I solve it on Sunday, and then on Sunday, the thing is I work from a different place in this computer. At least lately, that's what's been happening, so I can't. I don't have a. What the fuck? Oh, it's cherry tree just came on top. I don't have a. I don't know, and then I do it. I'm like, oh fuck! I don't have the same measurements on the screen, so it's hard to fix it. So I guess we'll have to do that for now. Hopefully you'll find the strength in you to forgive me. Okay, let's go back to over the wire. We're gonna SSH into our new level with our newly found password, hard-earned password. Well, we're almost at the end, 30. Well, almost at the end. We've been on this for a long time. Okay, we don't need this. It's flashing color. Look, we're gonna go to 24, 25th, and there's 34 levels. There's 10 left, right? Yeah, there's 10 left. So time flies. Time flies. Probably have more than a week, I'd say, because it's gonna get harder and harder. Whoopsies. Bandit 22 is not what we want. Bandit 24. And we want to see the password, which we saved into the cherry tree. And now the cherry tree is... Okay, Bandit game. Don't look at all the passwords. At least not if you want to be spoiled. I'm pretty sure you could find them all on the internet if you wanted. Permissions denied. Oh. Cherry tree. Let's go back to the cherry tree. I closed it. Cherry tree. Let's hope it's that. Otherwise we'll have to do the number 23 to 24 again, which I don't mind. Okay. Who am I? Bandit 24. That is great. That's what we want. All right, let's minimize this. We'll may need it later on. Okay, 13, 14. We're way more advanced than that. Way more advanced. Ooh. A demon is listening on port 30,002 and will give you the password for Bandit 25 if given the password 24 and a secret numeric 4-digit pin code. Ooh. There is no way to retrieve the pin code except by doing all of the 10,000 combination called brute forcing. Ooh, I'm down. I'm down for brute forcing. Are you guys down for brute? Are you folks down for brute forcing? Brute forcing is always the way. Whenever you can, it's always the way. In Spanish, there's a saying. Okay, I'm gonna on a small tangent, and then I promise we'll get to work. In Spanish, there's a thing you can say. It's like when someone's like very interested and they want to say, "Wow, I'm very interested by this." They say, "Siempre y cuando puedo lo hago," which means whenever and when I can, I do it. It's like whenever and whenever I can. It's like the fact that these two are combined kind of makes me feel like, I don't know, this saying is full of excuses that you can't for something not to be done. So this is why I was making a joke about brute forcing always when you can. It's like, oh, whenever I can, I try to, but like, really, you're not. It's just me going on a tangent, folks. I hope you can understand it. All right, so port 30,000, we have a demon. All right. All right, so can we map this port or something? I don't know, I want to understand what's going on here. Nmap. P, I can't remember if it's large P or big or small p. Is it small or big P? P port, only scan specified ports. Okay. $30,002. No target was specified. So 0 host scanned. Wait, what? Warning, no targets were specified. Well, you did. Right, you need a, so do we put our own IP address? Our loopback address? 127.0.0.1. Okay, open. Pago service 2. Ping. /p. Can you do that? I have no clue, huh? Whoops. Yeah, you can totally ping. So that's good. Ping is good. So we have something. Can we just do another port to see that? That's probably closed, this one, no? Oh no, you can do it too. That literally didn't do anything. Ping. And what if we unmap like another port? Closed. Okay. If we do this one, 3002, there's one, it's called Pago service. So how are we gonna feed a password? Oh, we have to set up a listener, I think, no? Or what? It's not like we have to do a reverse shell. That thing will happily send us the password if we brute force. Panzer, they've given now for Bandit 24 and secret 4-digit pin code. How do you think that transaction happens? How do you think this transaction happens between the us and the demon? I'll give you the password for Bandit 25, the given password for Bandit 24, and a secret 4-digit code. How do we express all this? Paying, how do we connect us to a demon? Maybe some notes on connecting to stuff. Hey, morning. Morning, MC. You're back. Good to see you. Connected to then, and then set morning. Connected to then and send a number of 0K. Okay. So yeah, we can maybe create a list. Oh, I kind of want to use maybe there's no need that. There's probably an easier way. Just kind of want to use what we learned yesterday and create a host code. That makes no sense. A code that's going to create wow, that'd be interesting. For INI create the we can create all the combination. Connect it to it, then send a number. Okay, so how do we connect them to something? We have a port number, that's good. We don't have a username or password. Maybe it's not necessary. How do you even connect to something? Sudo connect. Maybe just connect. Connect. No, that doesn't work. It would turn blue if it actually worked, no? No, not on this one, not on Bandit. How did you do it the other day? I feel like it's something you ask all the time, MC. How was it done previously? To connect to something. Well, we set up a listener and everything. Maybe we could do that, no? Set up a listener on 127. And then we SSH, we echo, pipe, and then send a message to this. But how do you send a message? That's the question. They already have the listener up. A demon is listening. Yeah, so yes, listening. And since it's our own computer, it's gonna talk to itself. So it's gonna return to us a thing. For Bandit 25, if so, yeah, we just have to echo something. We have to echo something and then get the thing back. Echo something and then port send. How do you send something? How do you send a package? Type SSH login, no. If fast starts with this, we should add this. Okay. How to run the find command. Find, we're good. SSH. No, SSH doesn't make sense. Does it? Set UID maybe? No, because we're not borrowing anything. So we already know that this is open. Look, let's set up our, I want to set up first our brute force method. And I want to do it a little bit more the complicated way today. Just because we can. I know we could look into our, oh. Yeah, maybe this machine does not have certain things. You do not need to create a new connection each time. Yeah, no. This machine maybe doesn't have all the tools required. So I say we create a document. We create something on our temp folder. So let's make a dirk, mkdir. The thing is, probably before we make the brute force file, we need to, I mean, MC told us that there was just the pin that we had to send 0000. Like if we didn't know, we would have to first set up and try a few combinations before we did that. So we first need to send something to this port. So let's send something to this port. Echo 1 2 3 4, or 1 2 3 3 would have been fine. Into oh, I kind of want to send that too. Can you send it to a daemon listening on a port? Because is this the way? No, probably not. This would add it. It wouldn't send it. So pipe echo 1 2 3 4 to P 3 into 3 2. Yeah, it's confused. We're definitely missing something. P has to be an option for something. P command not found, of course. Not ping. How do I send a simple message on a port Linux? Netcat. Netcat P. Okay, so you don't need to actually put this to port. You can just say 127.0.0.0.1 3002. I am the pin code trainer. Please enter the password for Bandit and the secret code for CyberDoctor. Try again. Wow. How about this? Well, we're gonna make a huge one. I think we need to make an algorithm, folks. Like a real one. That's gonna be interesting. So here's what I want to do, and feel free to tell me, and feel free to not tell me your feedback. We're gonna make an algorithm that is gonna go do echo for all this, and that is gonna publish a standard output, because here it gives you every time I am the patient, please enter the password for Bandit, and then okay, here you can keep typing all the things 000. Wait, why didn't it not take me out? It's weird that it didn't take me out. So we're gonna create an algorithm that's gonna generate one by one all the combinations up to of numbers here, and then we're gonna netcat it. We're gonna send it to that thing, and then we're gonna cat the answer to a separate file. And then with that separate file, we'll try to figure out which one was right. We'll say correct, or we'll look for, I'm not sure how we can find it amongst all the database. So you understand what's happening? We'll have a file with all these things. I am the pin code checker for Bandits. So maybe there's going to be like a success one, or maybe we can delete all the ones that were repeated, because obviously there's only one combination that's correct. So we can delete the ones that were repeated. I'm sure we'll find a way. This is going to take some time, folks, huh? But it's going to be very fun. I hope you're going to have fun. I'm definitely going to have fun. So let's do this. Make dir. We're going to make that make directory in... we already done this, so this is why we know this. TMP / happy penguins 3. Cool. And what's it gonna be called? Make dir. Well, this is gonna work, no? Yeah, it worked. Okay, so let's go to it. cd temp / happy penguins 3. So this is our place for now, granted by the lovely folks over at Over the Wire that have given us the space to play on. It's really fun and very educative. I encourage you to do it. Eventually, it's really fun. You learn a lot of things. So, Happy Penguins 3. Let's create our code. So we're gonna touch, not torch, touch, touch. What's a directory you could make? Brute forcer, bf.txt. Doesn't seem to be an issue to be called bf.txt. So let's do nano bf.txt. All right, let's do it. So we always have to start our algorithms with this one thing, which is bin bash. All right, and we're gonna keep this on the side here. We don't need the, we're gonna make some basic commands like if, while, and stuff like this. It's not gonna be anything wild. By the way, if I ever use the word szalony on the stream, szalony means wild in Polish, and I really enjoy this word. So if I ever use it, you know what it means, kind of. Cool. All right. So my name, okay, we got this. That's really cool. Bin bash. And we're going to define our first variable. So we're going to define the command. So first we need to set a few variables. Do we? So you're going to start. What do we need to define first? Let's maybe think of the things we need to define. So the code is something we need to define, and this is going to change. We also need to define the full line to execute. And we also need to create the full line of code that we're going to enter, and we also need to create a repository of all the answers of this loop. So let's create this repository. We'll do Control X for now. We'll save bf.txt, perfect. Answer, we're going to touch answers.txt. And we know how annoying it can be we need to give all privileges, chmod 700 for answers.txt, because, or maybe 755, because the reason for this is that, maybe 777, fuck it. The reason why we do this is because we need to, maybe the bf.txt needs to write within chmod touch.bf needs to write within answers.txt, and here we're granting it a lot of permissions so that's able to do so. Hope that makes sense. Now we can go back to Nano and edit our thing. So, one more thing before we do this, we can just Control X. I want to copy this command that we got before that worked. So it's echo 1234. So that we can use it in our nano.bf text. All right, so we're here. I'm gonna Control Shift V. So this is our command here. So that's cool. Echo 1234. So here we're definitely gonna do code. This is gonna be the variable code. Now, how do you define what a code is? So here, cd var spool my name /foo. Okay. Echo deleting do for I and I. Now we need to do a while loop. So let's start a while loop. We need to do a while loop, folks. Hopefully that'll work. Okay, nice. It turns green. That's really helpful. While code is under 10,000, right? You're going to do the following. Or we need to define code. Code equals, is that how you do it? Yeah. 0. Clear. Full line. So this we can define later. We have to define the while loop. Repository answers of loop. This we can do, and that's going to be part of the loop, huh? Part. So it's going to be, then you're going to, I think it's going to run into the current folder, but even then I think we should specify the whole path. So you're going to put it into tmp/happy penguins 3 / answers.txt. Now you need to echo this. You need to encode the code. How do we echo a code? So for I and I, if I is not equal to this. Okay, so I think we just need to do, $. Wait, this $. We're probably gonna get some errors and need to bug fix, huh? $, code. Hopefully that gets it. Hey, does actually Control X? Yes. I want to see something. Does echo actually matter? Hello? Yeah, you see, it doesn't really need the things, huh? How about hello echo? Let's do a small program to figure out how it works, okay? Test touch.txt. What I want to try here, oh wait, touch test.txt. What I want to test, folks, is if I type for code how do we do this? Code is equal to 3, and then we're gonna do echo code. Is this gonna struggle in any way? Oh, we need to put bin bash at the top too. Maybe this is gonna change the colors a bit. Whoops. Is it gonna change this? Oh, let's see it. Control X. Yes. And now we're gonna run it. This is the way, right? Yep. Test.txt. Permissions denied. Right. Good that we... Oh wait, it's not text, it's test. Code. Test.3 line 3 command not found. What? Wait, what did it display code? Hold on a second. Test.txt. Nano test.txt. Code is equal to 3. Ah, yeah. So yeah, just displayed code, the word code. Right, because we didn't define code as a variable, but instead just as a $. We need to put $. Code. Will this work? Yes. Really? All right, we're learning the very basics of how to make a program run, folks. It's kind of fun. Code is equal to we'll never get to do this again, you and I. Think about it this way. It's only going to happen once. Code is equal to 3. Do we need to define a variable? Do we need to introduce it before? I know that in some programs you need to define it. You see here it's putting it in brackets, in these kissing brackets. Maybe this will do it. Let's try it. No, command still not found. Code is equal to 3. Command not found. We should have looked a little bit more into the answer. Code is equal to 3. I feel like we should put something different here. Echo, timeout. here. Yeah, we did. We're doing everything here, huh? That this is doing. An owner. How do we know owner? When do we get the variable owner? Right, owner comes from the system. I don't think we need this here because it doesn't come from the system. If you look at I, which is a variable that we've defined here, it doesn't need this. So how does it echo? We need it to echo 3, basically. How do we get it to do that? Maybe, I don't know, just for space, probably not going to change much. So if code is equal to 3, yeah, it is. There's no spelling mistakes or anything. It's just code is equal to 3, and we want to echo code. Let's look it up quickly. How to define variables in Bash. Variables in Bash. Las variables en Bash tienen un amplio global. So, yeah, they're declared simply, but that's really cool. Reject all. I think, yeah, I don't think we need to have this. I think this is disturbing. Whoopsies. File insert from C. Control C. Nice for cancel. I think this is what we need to do. Oi, turns red. Looks scary. All right. Control X. Yes. Text. Let's run it again. Text.txt. Command not found. Line 3 code. Command not found. So the number echo, the number is number. Maybe you don't see this. Let me make it bigger for you folks. This is super interesting, isn't it? Very, very enjoyable. Okay. So let's go back to editor. I think it says code command not found. So it's disturbed by the fact that there's code out there. Code is equal to 3. Code command not found. So we should probably introduce it with something. Name equals John Doe. Should we type 3 here as 1? But the thing is, we might struggle later on to add numbers to it. Control X, yes, enter. Yeah, it still doesn't. Test.txt. Nano text.txt, okay. Code is equal to 3. So that wasn't the issue. Code is equal to 3. Number is equal to 42. Echo, the number is number 42. That doesn't make sense then. Am I doing something wrong here? Echo code. Maybe it's this code it's referring to. It doesn't like it. I mean, I don't know. We already tried this, no? Line 3, code not found. So line 3 is the issue. We don't need to touch line 1, 2, 3. So code is really the issue here. It's this code. Code is equal to 3. These are spaces. This could be the spaces, huh? Could be something that silly. It was the spaces. Woohoo! Oh man. Wait, don't we have ad block on this? We don't have ad block. So folks, enjoy the ad while they last. Soon they will be murdered. I'm gonna add this to my to-do. Don't move, folks. Do not change spot. Do not change existence. We're gonna just add this in our WhatsApp for later editions. Need to add block. My latest note, my personal note, is from 2 days ago when I said, what the fuck are tapes for backups for? You know backups? I think you have an idea of what backups are. I wrote, what are physical backups for? What are physical... Yeah, well, why do we need like physical bands to save things? And they're pretty cheap, and also I really want to get into that. Maybe today at work I'll have time. Nano text, that's okay. So cool, we finally did that. Yeah, we ran it a lot. So now let's nano our original one, which is, how do we call it? bf.txt. Can I just tap nano to bf? Problem with history file? Probably not the right place. bf.txt. Cool. So the code is simply 0. And I don't think we need to have anything like this. It'll just show us code. While code is below 1000. Oh, it's actually 00. Oh, it needs to be text, huh? Oh. It can't just be 0. It has to be 000. It has to be text. Right? Because otherwise, if it were to try 127, it's not going to try 127. It's not going to try 127. It's going to try 27. Maybe it's a program for this. Show is equal to 0. Oy. Oy. So how do we do this? Well, we need another if. Folks, it's going to be 6 p.m. We're still going to be doing this. Right? You get the issue, right? Because if we try, I mean, it's not going to be a problem. Look, what we can do is bet that the password is going to be higher than 1000. We can, and then if it's not, we find another way. That's a pretty good way of doing it, folks. Because the issue, is that if it's going to try 127 or 832, it's going to try 832. It's not going to add a 0 before. So we can just do starting at 1000, not have it as text. And then if it's under 1000, we'll find if we can't find the password, then we'll do it another way. So, okay, so the code is 1000. And while the code is under 10,000, we will do the following thing. Now, let's go back to our cherry tree. Maybe these folks have an example of a while loop that we can just define and see how the syntax is done. Bash while loop example. Control F while x LE5 less or equal, I guess, in 5. Okay, so this is a pretty good example that tells us how to do it. While code is under 1000, you're gonna do the following. You're gonna echo. Why don't we get like automated text thingies like they do here? And it's not too bad. It's not a big program, but it'd be pretty helpful if it was showing up later on. So we have this. Code netcat that into TMP. Okay. Then we do code is equal to code plus 1, right? Code is equal to code plus 1. And then what do? Just done, no? What else do we have to do? Do we have the full repository of loop? Do the full line? Think so. Oops. Folk, that was very simple, no? How could it not work? So we have 1,000. I mean, it could work if it's 999. That's the first thing. While code is below 10,000, do echo code netcat this, and then move it to happy penguins answers.txt, and then you do code is equal to code plus 1. That works, no? We're good. What do you think, folks? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Code. Oh, they did it differently here to say that code is equal to code plus 1. Yeah, maybe this is gonna bug out here. I think code is equal to code plus 1. Code is equal to code plus 1. So they're doing it here differently. Let's do code is equal to. Oh, I'm just looking here how they define it. I think it makes more sense. Why is there 2 parentheses? I'm not sure. Is equal to $1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right. X is equal to $X. Okay. Dollar is equal to, okay. Code is equal to code plus 1. All right, that should work, right? So we tested this. We tested this. I think it should be pretty good. Let's do it. Let's run it. All right, folks, hope you're excited. As excited as I am, at least. Yes, bf.txt. So let's just run it. There's nothing else to do. bf.txt. Permissions denied. So we need to change mod on bf.txt, and we're gonna do the usual. Well, no, we can do just 700. Oh, it's the other way around. 700 bf.txt. See it. All right. No such file directory. Line 5. 10,000. No such file directory. So we have to introduce the number, right? Yeah, I guess this is why here. All right, let's do it. We have to edit it again. chmod nano bf.txt. Yeah, we did a few things wrong here already. Problem with the history file. Can I edit? Oh, there it is. So while code, it has to have a $, I believe, is under 10,000. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe it's the spaces again. Let's try it again. So X, yes. Line 5, 1,000. Okay, still confused at 1,000. Excuse me, at 10,000. Why doesn't it understand this? Maybe we can do whatever they did here, which is while, so space bracket code $, is less than 1,000. I think that's how it works. Doesn't need to be equal at 10,000. I mean, we can let it be equal, but it needs to be less. It needs to stop at 10,000. You can stop at 10,001. It would be okay, but this is more accurate. So let's try now. We completed this format here, so let's see it. Control X, yes. Still don't like 1,000. Oh, 1,000. Line fine 1,000. So 10,000. Oh yeah. Wait, why is 1,000 an issue now? Is there 1,000 on line 5? We don't have 1,000 on line 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe there's like a need for space. Seems to be very picky, yeah? Maybe it's code. Also, netcat is a command. So you think we need to have a $sign on it? So is netcat a command? That's a... I would say so, no? What do you think, LMC? Is it not one? L, binary error expected. Well, this is less... Maybe you can put LE. Doesn't matter a ton. Whatever is on the box. That's true, it's usually NC, you're right, to send commands. I should have in my notes. NC. Well, let's see what works first. We're having bugs here. Let's see if this runs, and then afterwards we'll... Okay, Elliot's changed colors. So I guess it's better. Maybe this will make a difference. Oh wow. Okay, it's running. It's a really good sign. Shouldn't take more than a minute. Maybe we could have background this. MC would have been proud. So right now, folks, is trying all 10,000. Oh wait, no, not 10,000. 9,000 possibilities. Maybe you found it already, but we didn't trigger it to stop whenever it said success or something. Yeah, putting it in the background would have been a good idea. Okay, now it's getting a little bit long though. Oh, it would have been good to echo which one it's on. We could have done that. That's some feedback for later. Or in the meantime, maybe you can take some notes. Connecting to stuff. Do you want to send stuff to a service? Something to something. Use the echo. Something to NC. IP port. All right, now it's looking scary, folks. BG, could just do that. No. Is it weird that our while loop is taking a while now? Hey, didn't realize. That's so good. So cool. All right. Do Control C and see where we're at. So we need to cat. Oof. We can do tail. Actually, that's probably the best. Tail. What is it? What do we call it? Answer or answers.txt. Okay, it was answers. Huh. So there's an issue here is that it connects and then doesn't move on. Wrong. Like it needs to keep on trying within the same session. Oh, it needs. Oh, it doesn't. It says the instruction says you do not need to create this many sessions every time. So you can just like keep on slashing, chung 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 chung, just sending the command. You do not need to create new connections each time. This is what it means. I didn't get it at the time. This is what it means. So, the thing is, it is sending them one by one. Echo code, and then it's moving on. Oh, send it again to new connection. Okay. So the first time we can do that. And then after that, we can just spam code. Dung, dung, dung. So you can echo code earlier. Whoops. I wanted to do Control X to, maybe it's Control Shift X. Probably is what it is. Never mind. That doesn't work either. Control Shift C, delete. Oh, come on, let me delete things. We're going to do it earlier then, so it doesn't do it every time. So you echo code, and it's going to do this to Happy Penguins. And then code is equal to code plus 1. Then you can just do echo code. Wait, so it set up the connection. Can we just then echo code all the time? Isn't it just going to do it on our machine? Echo code. I think it's not. I think it's not. I think we're safe. And then we can put this into Happy Penguins. I think this should work. No, answers.txt is a little bit polluted. Maybe we can clear. Can we delete all the text in a file? We can delete it and then recreate it. Del rm answers.txt touch answers.txt, and then we do here chmod. Oh no, it's answers.txt, we're gonna do it 777 full authorizations. Echo this into Happy Penguins 3 answers.txt while code is less or equal than 10,000. You're gonna run the code echo code. I wonder if it's gonna work. Echo code and then put it directly in there. How do you say echo code and put the output there? Echo code and you take the output. Well, let's see what happens, folks. Let's see what happens. We're scientists, right? CyberDoctor is there for a reason. We try things on patients and then see if it works. And if they die, we move on to the next one. Makes sense. All right, nano bf.txt. Let's just run it in the background. bf.txt. We know this. It's this running in the background. Let's hope so. So we can tail. Our MC told us, how do you tail something with, I think tail L or something, tail.t. That would have been cool. Wait, we can search. So man tail. So yesterday MC told us how we could keep it active all the time. Follow, it's F. So tail /F, the F, and then we go on to answers.txt. Okay, that could be a good sign. Probably not. It's not a good sign. If it's not adding new things, it's not a good sign. Challenging. It'd be easier if we could just do more connections. I think. Wow, about an hour on this, folks. Time flies when you're having fun. All right, so remove answers.txt, touch answers.txt, create it. And then we open this connection. So the first one is going through. The first one is going through. That makes sense, right? It echoes, it opens the thing. And then afterwards, it doesn't. Right? I mean, just Control X. Just real quick. It's not tails, F answer. We're just going to cat it. Yeah, so it's just one. It ran once. Try again. And then we're supposed to answer this. Echo. So we connect. Then it goes there. And then after that, do code. Happy Penguins 3 answers. Okay. Yeah, so this is not the issue, right? This is not the issue because otherwise, if this ran properly or incorrectly, if this ran at all, we would have a lot of numbers in answers.txt. So while code is less or equal than 10,000, which is definitely the case here, it should run this. Echo code. I'm not sure. What do we do? How can we make ourselves understand where the bug is happening? And why isn't the thing happening afterwards? So my suspicion is that we open the connection here, 127.0.1 to this, and then it just kind of freezes. It doesn't go to the while loop because it's still echoing this. Because it's still echoing this, and it doesn't realize it has to go. So maybe the while loop is not the answer. Folks, I think the answer to this, I think we diagnosed the problem correctly. Now I think it's time to ask for feedback. Would you like to ask, you said, would you like to, what? Oh. Okay. I am running a marathon next month. Any tips? A code on over the wire. It is supposed to open a connection and then run a series of over the wire. It is supposed to open a connection and then run a series of pins, but after the connection is established, it stops and does not run all of the pins as instructed. Here's the code. Because of how Netcat handles connection and standard connection input-output. What the script does. Why the Balu doesn't do what you want. Your loop runs after NC exists. So while it indicates through 10,000 to 10,001, it was overriding your file. Yes? 1 sec. Yes? Yep, back. Cool. So why the while loop doesn't do what you think? Your loop runs after NC. So while it iterates to 1,000 to 10,000, it's only overwriting your local file, temp applicant, not sending anything on the server. Okay. So echo code. How would you like to fix it? For code, okay, for code in the echo. Okay, so we need to change to a for loop. Right, MC told us about this. MC told us about this. We use this when two things are trying to connect. Appends the server response to the file. Okay, so there's a few mistakes here, not just one. We need to append. So this, to append, it's this. The double one. The double one, the server's response to your file. Nice. Works if the service closes after each request. Option 1, send each code in a new connection. Kind of want to keep the... Wait, what? Option 2, keep one connection. Open and feed all codes. If the service expresses multiple codes in one session, yep, that's what it does. You can send all the codes at once like this. Really? I like option 2. Can we keep the while loop? So code, we still remove F. Oh, we force it. Okay, whenever we force, it's good, right? RM. Oi. Whoa, did you see this? There was a lightning. You know what? I don't think I'm going to the office today. Yesterday, so did you folks hear about this the Valencia incident? Well, incident, it was pretty bad where several hundred people died from floods, and the government was very criticized because of a lack of response. And yeah, yesterday evening I was at the restaurant with colleagues, and all of a sudden all the alarms goes off. Toot, toot, toot. We thought it was the emergency, but then we realized it was all our individual phones that were beeping for warnings that something was gonna happen. And look, something is happening. So yeah, maybe one of these days is gonna happen when we on stream and I can show you. I mean, it would be kind of a dick move to do it on at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. is okay, but yesterday at something like 9 p.m. I think is more appropriate than in the morning at 7 p.m. So maybe that's why they did it in the evening. Makes sense. Cool. Cool. Nice. Code done. Okay, let's get back to our freaking thing. Touch answers.txt. Yeah, maybe we should specify. Just to be sure. I mean, it is running in this folder. There shouldn't be any issues. Control C. Wow, there's thunder, folks. I think they're not, because we should have a training in person. But I think it's not going to happen. TMP penguins that. Okay, answers that. Okay. We're going to put it here too. Answers.txt. Echo code NC. Okay, cool. So we can keep the while loop. While code LE 10,000. Do. Okay, we did that. Echo code. Okay, yeah, no need to type it. You're right. Makes sense. Whoops. Nano really doesn't like mouse clicks. All right, this, fuck, I can't do it. Echo code, that makes sense. And then code is equal code plus 1. Then we're gonna add a parenthesis, close that parenthesis, and then NC. Wow, wait, that's gonna work? How's that gonna work? How is it gonna know when to run it if the session hasn't been opened? Hold on a second. What is this witchcraft? Alright, folks, after the stream, we can maybe check. I went towards the end of the stream. We can maybe check if I didn't get in a message instructing us to stay at home. What do you think, folks? Is it gonna work? I think it's gonna work because ChatGPT is really good at this kind of thing. But for me, it looks weird that you run all this, and then you NC all that into. I think we're just gonna get spammed with echoes. But hey, only the computer knows the real truth. So let's freaking run it. Alright, let's not do it here. Okay, it's not. Do. Alright, let me just go get my phone, my professional phone. See what we got. Nothing yet. Oh man, and Bandit's still not running. No, nothing yet. Ay. Alright, so this was not a hypothesis I had hypothesized. That creates a subshell piped in the entire output subshell to NC. So now all the codes go into a single open TCP connection. Captures the server's response. Let's see what's happening. Control C. Maybe we can cat answers.txt. Yeah, it stopped again. Damn it. Yeah, I kind of get why it would work. Answers that txt. Excuse me. Thanks to that txt. What the fuck? I sound like a bot. Answers.txt only shows one input, one output, as if it. So maybe let's say I ran it. I ran it. Answers.txt only shows one output as if only the first code had run. Good debugging. That behavior gives us a big clue. Yeah, I agree. So only shows one input. That means a remote service closes the connection immediately after the first one. I don't think that's what's happening. Hello, Mr. Cyber. Hello, Star Wars 420. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you. Cool. Working for one code per connection. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. Sleep is 0.05. No, it's going to take a long time if we have 10,000 connections. 10,000 attempts. Echo code. Happy penguins. So, Star Wars, and for everyone listening, we are right now doing Bandit 25, where we have to brute force a password. There's the password has 10,000 combinations, and we are instructed to do it, to try it out, to send it to a specific port and to see if it can give us the answer. Now the thing is, we have some trouble making it go through all of the answers, because we have trouble making it go through all of the answers because it stops clearly after the first one. Now ChatGPT, we did use ChatGPT because we think that we're quite close and we can learn something from it. Now, the small issue is that it's going against I was going to say travel wire, over the wire instructions. A daemon is listening on port 30,002 and will give us the password for Bandit 25 if given the password for Bandit 24 and a secret number for given the password if given the password for Bandit 24. Guys, typical didn't read the instructions. And apparently we have to give the password for Bandit 24 and a secret. So apparently we have to give the password too. So what? We give the password and then we add the numbers to it. The password for Bandit. If given the password for Bandit 24 and see a secret number 4. So let's modify our code then. let's modify our code. bf.txt, nano bf.txt. Oh, there. It's confusing me that there's a green thing here. All right, so we need to modify our code slightly, then to include the password too. We need to enter the code. So we need to echo the password. Man, I don't think it's going to change much though. It's not going to change our problem. It's not going to solve a problem. I mean, unless the code is 10,000, is 1,000, which I highly doubt. So code, we need to insert the. We need to insert, okay, echo the password. And here's the password. 10 box, where is it? Connecting sub bandit game. This is the password. We're just gonna hard code it. Doesn't matter. It don't matter. Can we just do that? And then code, is that gonna work? Maybe we can try it into our little test environment that we created. Yes. So we created a test.txt. Nano text.txt. Oh, wait, what? That's test. I put text again. Test. Cool. Echo 3, code 3. And what if we do echo password code? Is that going to work? Control X. Yes. And then we do ./test.txt. Yes, it does. Took the password and added that. So we just solved that small issue. That's pretty cool. Now, how do we solve this bigger problem? I think we're pretty close, folks, huh? You do not need to create a connection next time. Yeah, we do not need a. Can we though? Seems like the easiest way. You can just exit out of it, create a new connection every time. I mean, if we're thinking about hacking, maybe it's not the right way, right? Because you're generating a ton of logs. So how would we do it? How do we do it, folks? They're trying to say that we should do it differently. Opening that many sessions is not an option. Must keep one connection, exactly. Send codes through it. If the service is responding once, that means either wait for a new line or special terminator after all inputs before responding, or it buffers input and doesn't process each line immediately. So you're gonna suggest to wait, no? Echo code. Sleep. Did I do done? We have done. Yeah, that's good. I wish we could have all this beautiful editing. Maybe Nano doesn't support it. NCQ. Interesting how it added Q there. Maybe Q will solve all our problems? I think Q might make sense on this, folks. If it does actually the Q. One two seven 3002, moving it to temp. So let's do it. I think Q might solve us. Let's do it. Yes. Test.txt. Let's run it. No, not run text.txt. It's bf.txt. Ready, folks? All right, let's do this. If it closes pretty soon, it's a good sign. Doesn't seem to be a good sign. I'm impatient. Let's see if we have we can cat bf.txt. Wait, what? Ah, no, not bf.txt. Answers.txt. Damn it, folks. Still the same issue. Oh. Hmm. What do you think, folks? You've been watching this for a little bit. What do you think is the right way to do it? On a single line separated by a space. Separated by a space, folks. We can keep trying password while connected. Yeah, so? Can we keep... yeah, I think so. I have an idea here. Look, before we explore... Can we keep trying the passwords while connected? Yes, we can. Let's try it again. I mean, let's just demonstrate it. We can do this real quick. So we want to echo hello. I mean, we know it's not the right password, right? But into this, we can maybe keep the Q. Maybe it doesn't matter in this instance. Wrong, and then, oh, wait, it closes. Is it because I put the Q? See password 1. Yeah, true. What the fuck is that? Why is there 1 here? I would think so. It only returns an output maybe when it's good. I think that's what it is. We just gotta keep trying. We just gotta keep trying. All right, cool. So we can exit this. Echo hello. So hello is not the right password. The current password and pin code. All right, please enter the password for each user bandit4. How about we create a file? How about we create another file? Why? It's a weird light today, huh? I wonder what's happening. The weather like is in Barcelona. It's wild. All right, touch list.txt. So if what they want is nano list. Okay, we could create another one. Touch list maker.txt. We can do this, folks, right? It's gonna be maybe a bit more complicated than usual. We can do this. Right, there's no space. Touch list maker. So we're gonna have nano list maker.txt. Problems with history file. Why? It's created. I think it's okay. Okay, so we're gonna create a list, and each one of them has to be separated by a space. So for, well, you can go back to our notes here. For I in I. This is how it usually was done. I think it's a Python way of doing it. We can go to our notes here. Hope it's not too boring. There's quite little interaction today. For me, it's okay, but hope for you folks, it's not too boring. Bandit game, connecting to stuff. No, bandit game, no temp. There we go, temp. Temp is very useful, actually. For I in, I think we got to do the same thing. In all the files. So here we're not necessarily enumerating files. We are for I in I. I can just do a while again, a while loop. For me, it's clearer. While code is equal. Let's just real quick, folks. Control X. Yes, we'll copy this this code that we have on the right. This way we can reference it, because then we have a little bit of an idea what we're working with on the other one. And now we can go back to nano list maker. Well, okay, we need to set up first bin bash. Excuse me. This exclamation mark / bin. It's really surprising. There was thunderstorm, but it's not raining. Kind of wild. Bin looks a bit like the end of the world. Bin bash. Code, let's say code is 1000. Let's take the shortcut. While code is below, or actually just like this, we're gonna do while code is less or equal than 10,000, you're going to create the following. You're going to do the following. Do. The thing is that's separated by a space. Right? This is what it asked for. Oh, shoot, we have to exit this again. Maybe we should copy the instructions. Maybe we're going to have everything locally. We're going to copy the instructions. Okay, I am the pin code checker for please enter the password. They're very polite, huh? We like that. Please enter the password for user bandit24 and the secret code on a single line separated by a space. Okay, so the two of them needs to be separated by a space. Okay. Wrong. Okay, actually, let's do this again. Folks, we're going all over on this one. Hope you can follow me. So we're going to do the password, whatever. We're going to do this. Echo hello. I just want to make sure that there's a space. So yeah, no, it doesn't check according to that. Control C. Ooh. You don't hear it because of the noise cancellation on, but there's another thunderstorm. Ooh, I kind of like it. All right, nano list maker.txt. Yeah, we still need it. Nano the list maker.txt. Cool, let's do it. So we're gonna create. Do we need to do that? Separated by a space? I don't think we do, no. I was gonna create a list of all the things, of all the thing, but we don't really need to do that. I don't think so. This is overkill. This is overkill, folks. We're not doing that. I don't think it makes sense. Nano, we're pretty close. We're pretty close. Nano bf.txt. Come on, we can do this. So it's separated by a space, so all we need to do is add a space. Typical us not really following instructions or reading instructions all the way through and losing a lot of time. But hey, okay, there's a space and then they're gonna be the code. So we're good. Should we try to run it? Is this queue gonna do anything? Is this queue kind of hurting us? Control X, yes, enter, and then we run it. /bf.txt. I'll just see if it runs. Probably not. Answers.txt. Huh? Wait, why is it not found? It's right here. Oh, right. There's no command. Yeah. Cat. Okay, so it then again got stuck into it. No need to create all the sessions. Should we try to look at the answer on the internet? I think we're so close. What is it called? The cheat codes. What are they? What is it like? What do you call these? The cheat sheet or the answer sheets? I feel like we're so close. You have to go to work kind of soon. And let me check if we can not go to work. Wow, my partner is out. Let's see. No, nothing. So we might have to go pretty soon. Damn it. Test.txt. So yeah. What do you do? How come it's not working? How come it's not going down, down, down and typing more? Why is ChatGPT not able to answer our stuff? That's a weird one too. So it removes force. Yeah, we get that. You need this. Yeah, really? This. Ooh. All right. Control X. Yes. You still don't hear it. All right. Nano bf.txt. Cat nano. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's check it out. Still not. It needs to append, but look, MC, I don't know if we need really that because let's look at the code. Because we're appending it, yes, we could, but I mean, it would send all the answers. Here the problem is that it's, oh, that message tells you what to do. Really? Oops. Right. I am the pin code checker for Bandit. Please enter the password for user Bandit24 and the secret pin code on a single line, separated by a space. Wrong, enter the current password and pin code. Try again. Now it's raining. Okay, answers.txt, nano bf.txt. It wants code every attempt. Separated by a space, huh? Not a comma. Really? It says it wants code space every attempt. That's not what I got. I am the pin code checker for Bandit 25. Please enter a password for each user. For user Bandit 24. And the secret pin code on a single line. Oh, space, yeah. So I don't think it requires the word code either. So I think our syntax is correct. It's just that it has to keep entering. And even then, we should see more things, I think. Sleep 5. Key improvements, sleep. Should we try to sleep 5 seconds? Should we try that? Maybe. Maybe. Sleep 0.05. Control X. Yes. Enter. Three, two, one. Still the same shit. Q1, okay. Oh, space, yeah. Folks, do we look at the write-ups is how they're called. Maybe we can look at it closely. Write up Bandit 25. Hold on. Don't want to spoil myself. How to connect. Good, it hides the password. Login as Bandit. Find out what shell we use under how to break. Login as Bandit 26. No, we're doing the last one. Bandit 24 we're doing actually. Oh yeah, we did that. Well, 23, 24. Okay, so they're... Over the wire, never leave it. Cancel. 21 to 22, 23 to 24, 24 to 25. Oh, it's in Spanish. Okay, so here's what they did. For pass in 00 do password, or you see it's tiny. It's in Spanish, but the code is in English, so. For pass in this, do password is equal to bandit 24 pass. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I mean, they could have put code instead of pass here, but I mean, it's the same thing. And then you press space, and then do that. Echo, trying password. Echo, password, NC, localhost. Yeah, okay. Localhost is the same as 127, which we did. And then you move this into, and then you make it sleep 2. So these motherfuckers create sessions all the time. Damos permiso de ejecución y procedemos al ejecutar el script. Una vez ejecutado, después de un largo tiempo, podemos revisar el archivo output.txt. Yeah, I don't know if I have 2 seconds to sleep on everything. 2 seconds? How much time is that? 2 seconds times, that's 20,000 seconds. 20,000 seconds divided by 60. That's 333 minutes. That's 5 hours and a half. That's more than a full work day. $10,000 is a long time. 10,000 is a big number. $10,000 is a big number. So yeah, okay. So they do that. If they're kind of making a connection every fucking time, then why not? Why not us? There's no need to, but look, because these guys are doing it every time. This is stupid, no? I don't like this answer. Seems like Bandit is really like a rite of passage, huh? Everyone has a medium on it. And it's a great way to get traffic. And now the password. So what was your algorithm? Okay, so they did that. Wow, that's a really simple one. For I in the 0, wow, okay. 9,999 do echo combinations. So it created all the combinations. And then after that, it's going to create something that takes all the combinations and runs them. And then it's going to say, correct, the password for Bandit 25 is this. We can do that. We considered doing it. I don't think it makes sense. We don't need to. We can do it in one. What's the use? So I think the real difference here between their code and why ours didn't work. Okay, so this was combinations. I mean, we'll get to that answer in a second, why theirs worked and ours didn't. So I think they're going to use combinations here. It's because actually don't really know why yet. And now the password. Okay. Really, you had to you had to make an extra step for saying the password, how you SSH'd through level 24. All right, NC localhost. I am okay, exiting. So they're testing. So they're testing here and then having the space and then a code 000, which was wrong. Now that we have entered the seemingly wrong combination, now it's gonna do, now we're here, folks. We're saying make directory temp my second script cd temp my second script. So this is a folder, I guess, that he or she or they created. Deck 451. Touch my second script at sh. Huh. So yeah, it creates my second script at sh, and the second script is this. It echoes I combinations. And then it cats. Okay, so this is something similar to what we did. Let's open to it. Let's open it. Let's open bf.txt. It's something similar to what we did. echo this I is code for us. And they make combinations. Oh, I like that. Folks, do you get it? Do you get it? So we take this, we put the code, and then we append it to something combinations. Something called combinations. .txt. We append it every time. We just add it. And I think here it's answers.txt really, or we just call it combinations.txt. I think this is going to work. No need for a sleep. This is silly. And then code is goes to code +1. So yeah, if we used for instead of while, we wouldn't need to use this, but we used while. So just deal with it, okay? Just deal with it. Okay, and then we cat combinations. Then there's no need for this. We cat combinations. And line by line, we're gonna append it. We're gonna take our NC thingy, which we just deleted, which is great, because we definitely didn't need it. NC, we can do localhost on port 30,002. $30,002. 30,002, and then we want to see. No, we don't do this. We do cat this into this, right? This is what they're doing too. Yeah. NC localhost 3002, and then we move this output to answers.txt. Folks, how does this sound? How does it sound to you? Combinations.txt cat combinations, just be specific, .txt. And now we're missing combinations. So it's going to create this super fast and then insert it all into NC localhosts. So let's see what happens. And then we can cat combinations.txt, which is going to be very helpful for debugging. Control X. Yes, please. Let's do it. bf.txt. Yeah. Hopefully this works. How much time do we give it? All right, we got a message. Dear team, we have just received a civil protection alert. All right. Looks like I have to go, I have to go to the office. It looks like bf.txt doesn't want to work again. Maybe it's just taking a while. This time I'm a little bit more confident that it's normal. Would have been nice to go get ourselves some feedback. All right, Control X, Control C. let's see. Cat answers that txt. What the fuck? Always this. Tail combinations. What the fuck? It doesn't have a combinations.txt. Add some defunct. Yeah, for sure. Let's do that now. bf.txt, nano bf.txt. Why isn't combinations not executing? Oh my god, because we did this. We didn't delete this line. God, we're like loose turkey, folks. We're loose turkey. On the loose. Oh hey, it's Thanksgiving soon, no? You also deleted the top. What top? Code is equal to 1000. It's missing some info at the top. Bin bash. Yeah, you're right. This, I think. Yeah. Whoopsies. Thank you. Bin bash code is equal to 1000. Remove while. Okay, so then we can return here echo while loop finished. And here we can say, well, I would want to do a if code, but maybe it's going to do it. Why is it code remove IC cleanup? Yeah, exactly. We could do the same for combinations.txt, but oh, we have to create combinations.txt, I think. chmod cleanup rather than echo. What's up? Wait, is there a command called cleanup? No. Use T. Hey, what's T? Rather than echo, use T. TEE, okay, rather than echo. Okay, I see. Like this? The first echo. Like this, MC. T output.txt. I don't follow you on this one. MC. T output.txt. We could, you want to echo like the code? All right. MC, we're gonna move on because I have to go to work pretty soon, apparently. bf.txt. Let's run it. While loop finished, and then it finished. Okay. Does that mean we have our thing in our answers.txt now? Cat answers.txt. Oh, okay. Apparently the last one was the password, or what? Why did it stop? Why did it stop at after that? I don't think it should have stopped. I don't know, because they close the session once the password is done. That's quite a bro move. All right, folks, we were almost there. We didn't need know that. Oh wait, the one thing that was pretty creative was to create a combination. I think the nano, the BF. Okay, let's see it. The one thing that was pretty creative was this, and then you cat this into this while loop finished. It was really quick in the end. What was the code? How can we know which code it was? Doesn't matter. Oh, fuck it. I have to get to work. But hey, folks, we did it. Took us at least forever. Now, how do we... What did we learn today? Before we move on. All right, let's just type in the password. Reverse shell bandit game. Okay, 25. 25. Nice. Cool. Took us 2 hours to get to this one. Yay! Could have taken us a bit less time if we didn't have to debug and everything. But, I mean, it's part of the fun. It's part of the fun. Cool. Bandit 25. All right. What did we learn? Folks, what did you learn? What did you learn? Ooh. What did you learn? Ooh. All right. Connecting stuff. Moving around Linux. Okay. Reverse shell. What was it? What's this more? Hacking thing? I learned what not to do. Aww. Nice, MC. Scripting. Scripting. Temp, box, reverse shell, web hacking, moving around Linux, connecting to stuff. Is it connecting to stuff? Kinda. Code combinations.txt. All right, I learned a few things. So we're gonna create one that's called scripting. So this one we're gonna say that double this appends to a file. If you want to introduce a variable, do not make space. Code equals 10. Not good. Code equals 10, not good. If, what else can we say? You probably use it later. You will probably laser it for other things. Yeah, I don't know. We have it in temp already. Yeah, we should probably do the correct one this time. Yeah, let's just, no, temp is not good. Let's do scripting. This is the password. Do not copy this. Variable, okay. Oof, I zoned out like crazy. All right, while loop, combinations.txt, localhost, what else did we learn? Text, having these intermediate things is pretty useful. Parentheses, while. We're probably gonna need to learn a little bit more about for formation, because I think while is pretty cool. While is a bit more flexible, but for is a little bit faster. We could have had the 0, 0, 0 quite easily, apparently. So yeah, and we were pretty lucky because we only tried from 1,000. There was one chance in 10, supposedly, that that our code would have been lower than that. So yeah, folks, I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for following. It's been lovely having you. We are back tomorrow. I think we're gonna do Bandit 26. We're on a roll here. We're learning a ton. We're having fun. I'm having fun. Chat's been a bit quiet. Luckily, we have MC to entertain us, but it's all good. If you like to watch, not necessarily come in, I understand. I'm also like this on some streams, on most streams actually. So, yeah, thanks for tagging along, folks. I will see you tomorrow at. This is the wrong time for me. At 6 a.m. Paris time. And that is in 22 hours. And thank you very much for following. See you tomorrow on Friday. Bye, everyone. Thank you for being on. Oh, well, let's see if we can stream someone. InfoSec streams. InfoSec streams. Stream de información de. Ooh, we have someone. There is a person. We are not alone. Oh. Wait, what? Offline? Did they just go offline?
To Painful IT.
What a setup.
The most painful stream on Twitch for learning cybersecurity and hacking concepts. Painful for me because learning these concepts is hard and takes time. Painful for you because, well, you're watching.
Welcome to... Why is he marked as online and he's offline? 18 days ago, about schedule. Are they online now? Hacking something. All right, folks. So this person's gonna come up in 3 hours. Hacking something. Software and game development. So 2 hours. Streams every Wednesday. I think I'm the only person that really streams every day, really, or maybe not. Saturday. Right, MC? Sounded like Tio. Bugged list. Yeah, mostly do every other day or early morning. Or early morning. See, I don't know if there's other people that do every day like me. You're quite aware, MC. Do you think that there is? Unless they got a lot of time laid off or looking for work. All right. Yeah. Understand it happens. Oh yeah, you didn't see. This is what it looks like. I like his setup. Cleveland Browns. Okay, United States as fuck. Guess it has the same streaming. Wow, it starts at 5 a.m. the stream in the US. Even on the Eastern Coast. It's wild. Cool. Oh yeah, that was Theo. Yeah. Wow, you know everyone, MC. It's wild. You're like the knot of the community. Cool. Folks, thanks a ton for being here. Finally gonna leave you. Gotta get to work. Beautiful having you. And I'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. Ciao, MC. Bye, everyone. Thanks for